I ain't never seen a documentary that was like a movie. See what I'm saying, y'all? Like, we see documentaries and it feels like a documentary. You know, you got, as you know, people on there that's, known these people that has either like passed away or still here, and they talking about them throughout this whole thing, and people getting asked questions about what was it like, or just their own peace of mind of what they think, what they known about that person while they were still here, or if they still alive, in that case. But when I watched the Dear Mama documentary, it didn't feel like that. From the details, within the fire, glass shattering, and just, when they even like had a representation of how the way a gun would go off, and they used their fingers, and when they, the sound effects from their mouth, and when they used the fingers that they had a gun in their hand, like the fire would go from their fingers as if they had a gun in their hand, with like pow, pow. Like the detail and the creativity that Adam Hughes put into this documentary that didn't feel like a documentary, felt like a movie. It was just a masterpiece, and it was something that I didn't expect, because I expect just a documentary, that something that I've been seeing from since forever, from other people's lives and things of that sort. You're like, okay, it's a documentary. They're gonna show some stuff that I already seen, and I'm gonna watch it anyway because Pac is the greatest, right? I was blown away from the first episode. I was blown away by the cinematic feel and touch that Alan Hughes brought. Just the introduction of the Tupac Dear Mama documentary. From Pac was just 17, going to the Baltimore art school, performing in art school, and showing like the full interview on that. And just different shots and footage of a young Pac just rapping while he was at this art school. Never seen it before. I never, ever seen that before. And I'm like, wow. It's like, this is crazy. Like, I thought I've seen almost every footage of Tupac. And I see that. And then I go on and I see stuff about the Black Panthers involving his mother, AFENI SHAKUR, that I didn't know about. Like, I like how the way they focused on the Black Panther movement and what the Black Panther did for the community, and how they wasn't bad people. They were good people that were doing good for their community, but they were defending their community against racist police officers. I like how the way it detailed and focused on that, and not just so solely on just Tupac. It focused on his mother and his mother addiction to drugs, and how they had to move from Baltimore, New York, and go over to California. How they were just all around. And they focused on that part as well as detailing on Tupac growing up in each of these cities, and in Baltimore as a kid, and just growing up in a rough neighborhood and just, having nothing. And him getting frustrated with moving. Getting frustrated with his mother, like, why is we always moving? And just that alone, and standing up for himself even at a young age with his mother. Telling his mother, like, when his mother raises her hands at him, like, I'm not gonna let you or nobody else continue to keep beating me up, beating me down. Like, that strength that Pac had early on, and this was like, probably when he was this early, probably 19. But the stuff that he went through, and it focused on in this movie, I would say, not even a documentary, but this movie doc, is some things that I never seen before, footage I've never seen before, and things I've never known about Tupac Shakur. And it was just something that, from the people who they had, like, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of felt like Snoop and Dre, kind of like, don't get me wrong, they both legends, but I feel like it could have been even greater without them. You know what I'm saying? But if they weren't in it, people probably asking questions like, why Snoop and Dre ain't in it? They probably still got some beef with Pac. We got to see what's up with that. So we got crazy Pac fans that, they don't want to be looked at as if they still got a problem with Pac after the man gone. So, of course, they would want to be a part of the documentary, whether it's just 15 seconds. But Snoop Dogg being in there, I didn't, mind it, but it was kind of cheesy. I feel like Snoop could have been in it a little bit, but probably not as much as he was in it. But it's just everything about this movie, man. From the court scene, him going to court and just being in that courtroom, footages of that, close-ups of that, which I ain't never seen, and just the detail of, like, when he'll be rapping and it'll be like without the beat. They have Tupac songs that'll play like without the beat, and he'll just have just his vocals. Like, that blew my mind, man. And he was just rapping. He just showed him just rapping, and it just without the beat. Especially like with the Dear Mama song, when the beat stopped and he was just in the studio just rapping. And the Dear Mama, when they shot that video, not the Dear Mama, but yeah, the Dear Mama. No, Brenda's Got a Baby. When they shot that, when they showed the footages of them shooting that video, when they just had Tupac just rapping, and it was just slow-mo, him just looking at the camera, and it just had just the vocals without the beat. I was like, man, this is so fire. But that introduction, or that man, the intro to this movie, doc, oh man. Y'all have to see this, man. Like, I ain't just putting nothing extra on it. Y'all have to see the beginning of this, how the way it starts off. Like, just from the sound effects and just like I said, the detail of every single thing. It was just like it was coming out at the screen at you while you watch it. I mean, I'm not overdoing it, overselling it. It's exactly what it is. This movie, doc, is probably one of the best I've ever seen. Not one of the best, the best. Because of how the way Adam took his time. You could tell that it was, when they did this Dear Mama movie documentary, you could tell that it was, they took their time with it. It was not rushed. Everything was creatively pieced together. From each person they sat down with and asked questions about Pac, it was creatively pieced together. And the shots, the footages, and how the way everything was put, from behind one another, it was patiently, creatively, detailed, masterpiecefully done the right way. That's how great I feel about watching this whole doc. From the beginning, focusing on Pac's early stages of his career, when he was a kid, growing up, being in his mother's stomach, to the middle, him being a teenager, and being at this performing art school, and after that, getting in trouble with the law, focusing on his music career at the same time, to Juice, and And that whole situation with the Juice premiere night, I didn't know that. It was a shooting going on at the premiere party, watch party, the movie theater for Juice. Didn't know that. They showed that. And to him being in prison, they showing the interview with him locked up in prison before he got signed with Death Row. And him being after Suge getting them out, them signing Death Row, how when they did the California Love, they showed like behind the scenes from the introduction of that episode, where Pac had the black hat on and with the white, beater on, walking up to the house. I ain't never seen that. And all of them walked up together, the girls, Pac, and everything, the whole entourage. And I was like, I ain't never seen that before. And that was like the introduction to probably the episode 4, part 4 of the movie doc. And I had the California Love music playing in the background. It was just like, it was perfect. It was perfect, man. Allen Hughes made sure that this was done right. I didn't know if he was gonna do it right because I didn't know if he still had a problem with Pac, but even Pac said it himself that he wished he never, partake in any type of activity with the situation between him and Allen Hughes back in the day, and he wished he never done it. And Allen Hughes, I'm quite sure he forgave Pac because, you could tell because of how great this Dear Mama movie documentary was put together. And I don't even think John Singleton, long live John Singleton, but I don't even think John Singleton could have topped this. And that's who I thought that probably had an issue with Pac. This nigga was gonna put out a rape scene with allegedly when he was still living. Like when John Singleton was still living, he was gonna do a Pac biopic, with having like a jail rape scene. Like this, John Singleton was something else, man. He was like creative when it comes to directing, but I'm gonna just let that be. He just wanna write. So I felt like Allen Hughes would have, did a better job than John Singleton would have done, or ever could do. But yeah, man, y'all have to sit and watch this Pac Dear Mama movie documentary. Let me say that. It's a special piece from part 1 all the way up to part 5. It's a great movie documentary watch, and you won't want to miss nothing. Shout out to Allen Hughes. Did a great job, man. And I want to see some more work from you because this just shows how much that the game misses you. But I don't know how soon we're going to see that due to this writer strike that needs to settle quickly, as soon as possible. Pay these writers, and let's get back on the road to making these films. Hollywood, get it together, because we need to see more work from Allen Hughes, the legend Allen Hughes. Check out that Dear Mama documentary, y'all. All right, Sensei Reality TV. One love, peace. I'll holler at y'all later. Gone.